welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Inter Miami CF versus Club León Leagues Cup 2026 League Phase. Inter Miami CF contra Club León la fase de grupos de la Leagues Cup Partido 3. Miami has to win this one for any chance to advance to the quarterfinals. León the same. León the same, except they do have 6 points. But a penalty shootout win might be enough for León, to be honest. But Juarez, America still has a chance to go for 9 points. That's tomorrow. So Juarez on 6 points. Cruz Azul has a chance to go for 9 tomorrow. Tigres does not. And Monterrey has a chance to go for 6 points. Toluca does tonight. Nashville does. Monterrey does tonight. Chivas has a... Now they're eliminated. So basically, if you're León, win. If you're Miami, win. And hope other crazy shit happens. Like, well, I wouldn't say crazy for Austin losing to America or Chicago losing to Cruz Azul or Dallas losing to Toluca. But hope LAFC bottles it. All those 3 teams bottle it, and LAFC bottles it. And then win. And hope Portland wins. They could still jump Cincinnati on goal differential. And they do have more goals scored. Or if they get the goal differential, they will have more goals scored. Same with Portland. Portland's got to win a 2-0 game at least, but they'll have more goals scored. So either way, basically hope everybody loses and LAFC doesn't even win a shootout. Probably for both of y'all, either way. Who's this messy guy on the bench? Did they? Oh my God, Messi is on the bench. Oh my word, he is. Huh. I could have sworn I didn't see that on the frickin' Instagram post. Huh. Well, he might play. He might play. Well, Miami's going to need his help. No, it is Lionel. Speaking of, starting 11s in goal, Rocco Rios Novo. The back 5 are Ian Fra, Gonzalo Lujan, Mikael, Noah Allen, Rodrigo De Paul, Yannick Bright, Casemiro, Talasco Segovia, Daniel Pinter, and Lovens Delanois for León. Oscar Garcia, Sebastian Vegas, Juan Guevara, Johan Romana, and Ivan Moreno. We have Ivan Rodriguez. We have Sebastian Santos, Fernando Beltran, Rodrigo Echeverria, Jordi Cortizo, and Daniel Arcila for León. Well, I mean, it's possible he retires quicker than he would. But I didn't think it would be instant. But I didn't think he'd be on the bench tonight. I didn't realize. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, the fact that he's on the bench, I don't believe him that his career is going to be over quicker. I don't believe him. Really don't believe him, to be honest. Let's see where this game goes. Either way, this game will start very soon. Hope he doesn't play Miami, will lose, and they won't qualify anyway. Should be rested for Nashville. Well, they can still qualify. I mean, the hard part is the LAFC part. Austin's going to lose to America. I'm pretty damn sure of it, and they're playing at the Azteca. Austin's losing that game. Chicago's probably losing to Cruz Azul. Toluca's probably beating Dallas. LAFC Querétaro, LAFC's probably beating Querétaro. So, Portland's really playing for 4th place. In Portland, I think they do beat Xolos. So, if LAFC wins, then Miami's shit out of luck no matter what they do. But I think those 3 results for Austin, Chicago, and Dallas, I think those will all fall Portland's way and even possibly Miami's way. But the fact that Portland's ahead of Miami seems to me that as long as Portland has a better goal differential than Miami and has more goals scored, they're going to be ahead of Miami when it comes to the top 4. How we doing, Dillon? So, basically, Portland's in the catbird seat if at least 3 of the 4 teams that are still to play ahead of them screw shit up. Now, I should say, they got some help last night. They need more help tonight, and they need more help tomorrow, and they need to win their game. Well, I don't know if he's going to play the 2030 World Cup, but I think he'll play the Copa America. I still believe he's playing Copa America. And if Argentina makes the Olympics, I think he will play the Olympics, to be honest, in 28. But they got to make the Olympics. Now, he won't have Di Maria next to him, but depends on how fit Di Maria keeps himself. Maybe he'll unretire for that tournament just to have his moment. But either way, Nashville still has a chance to advance as well, I guess. Basically, here's my point. I know with the teams with 3 points that are still to play at the bottom of the table, to me, Portland, Miami, and Nashville are the 3 teams who I think have a chance to end up being that 4th team. If LAFC draws and loses the shootout, they'd be at 6 points. If LAFC wins a shootout but draws, they'll be at 7 points. If they win, they'll be at 8 points. Right up there with the Crew, outright. Which means Cincinnati, it'd be Crew, LAFC, Salt Lake. Cincinnati would be on the bubble. Austin would be pushed out. And Charlotte would be pushed. Well, actually, Austin could make it. Well, either way. No, he's not a Montreal. He's a Toronto fan. Why would he be from Montreal? No, I don't understand. I guess he's probably from closer to Winnipeg because, he's a Jets fan, but maybe he just chose to be a Jets fan. Or maybe his parents were. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Either way, Ontario. Oh, okay. So were you born in Winnipeg, or was that a parents were a Jets fan thing, or parents are Jets fans thing, or what was that? I'm actually interested, to be honest. Like, is it your parents were Jets fans, you were born in Winnipeg, you spent time in Winnipeg when the Jets just first came in, or the second time after Atlanta, or... How we doing, Angus? You just chose to be a Jets fan, you vibe with them. Okay, fair enough. I mean, if anybody understands that, it's me. If anybody understands that, it's me. So, since the earlier 2010s. If anybody, fair enough. I thought there was more of a reason, but if anybody understands that you could root for a team just because you vibe with them, that would be me. Also, for the fact of where I was born, there's no pro teams, so I could do what I want. But, yep, you're from Libya, but you have a cousin who lives in Montreal. His kids are born there, don't even speak Arabic, and he's got Canadian citizenship. Wow. I mean, they already got to learn French. Maybe they're learning French over Arabic. Either way, starting 11s. Rocco Rios Novo. Noah Allen, Mikhail, Gonzalo Luhani, and Fry. Velasco Segovia, Yannick Bright, Casemiro, Rodrigo de Paul. Lovins, Dillon won, Daniel Pingted. I said country instead of cousin, and I caught myself in the middle of it. It doesn't. Either way. I should have just let it roll and then say cousin, but either way. Messi is on the bench. He might play. You went there early last year for your first live NHL game. I guess you drove because there's no airport. Starting 11 for León. Oscar Garcia. Sebastian Vegas, Juan Guevara, Joan Romana, Ivan Moreno, Ivan Rodriguez, Sebastian Santos, Rodrigo Echeverria, Fernando Beltran, Jordi Cortizo, and Daniel Arcila for León. Yeah, I know. I heard Russell Westbrook retired. And Gandolfi's the manager of León. Did Ambrice get fired, or currently the manager of León? So yeah, he just got. Yeah, so I guess Ambrice just got fired. Sunshine and Pepito late as usual. Bolduc says he thinks the extension with Montreal will be coming in the next few weeks. They're in negotiations. Road trip indeed. I like those better anyway. How we doing, Daniel? Good evening, Ryan. Busy day at work. Got my vacation approved from August 24, 28. Nice. Messi flew in this morning. I would not doubt if Messi plays very little. I mean, he's going to play a little bit, especially if they need him to play to tie the game or something, or steal a win. Probably about the 70th minute, kind of like that Cruz Azul game. But I prefer road trips anyway over. I prefer road trips anyway over planes. Like, here's the funny part on TikTok. Here's the funny part. I've been seeing a lot of like these videos of like luxury motorhomes on TikTok. If I was a manager or something, I'd gladly. I mean, of course, you have to get on a plane and fly other places, but if it's drivable, shit, I'd rather be in a motorhome or a train than than be on a plane. You didn't miss anything. The game just started. Or the game's not even started yet. It's about to start. Either way. No, you haven't missed anything. But it's crazy that those luxury motorhomes are crazy. They're crazy. Like, I don't mind those at all. Like they're like tour buses, luxury tour buses, luxury tour buses. Pretty much, that's what they're like. Those look pretty nice. You can see not very much from a plane. About the only interesting thing I've ever seen from a plane is the Aleutian Islands. Yeah, I don't know why people want window seats so much. You actually have a point. Like, I mean, you can't really even see much on clouds because you're flying at a normal weather day. But on a train, you can see a lot. Also on a motorhome tour bus as well. I mean, of course, there's a lot of farmland and stuff. But, you can see a lot of things on those compared to a plane. I mean, I don't exactly understand. Actually, you have a point. I don't exactly understand why you'd want a window seat. I mean, what's there to look at besides the clouds? I don't know. Either way. But either way. Honestly, I'd rather be on, well, I guess a cruise ship would be kind of similar because all you can see is water. But at least it's kind of cool when it's like all dark and you see nothing at all. Like on those oil derricks, You sit on the aisle since you have long legs. I could sit anywhere I want to on a plane. I'm short. Same with a train, I guess. Yeah. I mean, because, I guess the seating arrangement's kind of similar. Like, there was 3 seats to a row on the Superliner I was on when I went to Chicago. Texas Eagle. That should have been the first sign. Yesterday, Pepita and Sun made me laugh. They were arguing, going at it back and forth. You missed the Super Cup when Villa lost to PSG. But again, so game's about to get started. For me, Miami has a 45.3% win probability through DraftKings. León has a 30.0%. For me, the first sign that neurodivergence should have been, I love trains. And I've always been a high have a high interest in Amtrak. So Mario Escobar, the referee, and I guess Villarreal as well. Center ref Mario Escobar. Diana Borja, the VAR referee. Arriba la Fiera, hoy ganamos 3-1. Posible. No Messi en la banca de las suplentes. Messi segundo tiempo substitución. Suárez suspendido. Disciplinar para Priviolisco. La Spit. Staff de la Club de la Seattle. 6:40 p.m. Central. I guess it's 5:40 over there in Mexico. I guess y'all don't have daylight saving time. Or in León, I guess you might be an hour back. Mountain time maybe? Either way. MLS games. MLS partidos iniciar 8 minutos de la hora. Great to see Messi back. I hope he's okay. I know what it's like to lose a father. Rivalries aside, because people on Twitter and shit bring up Ronaldo's dad and Messi's dad. That's just crazy. And we're off. Partido iniciar 0-0. Primer tiempo. Miami contra León. La Lisco. That's crazy. Last time I took Amtrak, the last 2 cars were decoupled and not noticed for 20 minutes. At the end of the day, I was 13 hours late. Yeah, that's the bad thing about Amtrak. Because they don't own most of the track, especially in St. Louis and the Texas Eagle. They don't own the track. I remember I think they had like a 2-hour delay on the way to Alton when we went to Chicago. It left on time when we left Chicago, but there was a 2-hour delay when it was coming into Alton. So this was 2009. Texas Eagle. This was 2009. And we woke up at like 4 in the morning to get ready so we could get to the Alton station. We got there, and we had like 2 hours to waste. We went to a freaking Kmart, because Kmarts were still a thing back then. And then we ate at Jack in the Box. And then it came in. So we got there about 5. once we realized there was a delay, we kind of took our sweet time. Because here's the thing, and I'm also very punctual as well, or I like to be. I get that from my dad, the fact he was in the Marine Corps as well, and the fact he has OCD and I have it as well. Very, very punctual. Ass and seat time and all that, you know. Types of stuff. But 0-0. But we did sort of calm down a little bit. I mean, we had our packing done and all that, but as I remember, I woke up to the Magic Bullet infomercial. I remember that so vividly. I don't know what channel it was on, but I know I woke up to the Magic Bullet commercial, which is a really good infomercial, by the way. The blender. So I'd say we got to Alton about 6:30. I mean, it was daylight by the time we got to Alton. By the time, I think the sun was rising as we were driving up there. Daylight by the time we got there, and the Kmart was open, I think, and then we spent like 30 minutes in there just. And then there was a Jack in the Box right next to the station. We ate at the Jack in the Box, which was the only time I've ever ate Jack in the Box. And then we sat in the station, which was a small station, all things considered, comparatively. But yeah, it was like a 2-hour delay just to get there. Either way. What do you think of Atletico Ottawa? Because I'm from Ottawa, but I support Toronto FC and MLS. I mean, I'm a Forge fan. I mean, Atletico Ottawa is a good club. I mean, they won a CPL title. They got to another final in 22. They're a very well-run club. I don't really exactly blame them for the Ottawa Fury being pushed out. That was a totally different thing. They wanted the CPL to have all the Canadian teams, except, I mean, you can't do that to MLS teams. Now, I mean, I'm sure the Whitecaps will be reborn in the CPL if they do move, and same with Montreal. I don't think TFC will ever leave MLS. They're so protected because MLSE is MLSE. But I think in an ideal world, I think what they did to Ottawa Fury and FC Edmonton as well, I think they want every Canadian team in the Canadian Premier League, but they know that MLS is too big for that. So they kind of have to live in this world that isn't exactly what they want, but they kind of have to live in. Either way, but Ottawa Fury was low-hanging fruit because it was a USL club, and Edmonton had already folded for a while and then came back in the CPL and then folded again. But for me, you know, I mean, I have no problems with Atletico Ottawa. I mean, I'm a Forge fan, but I don't hate anybody in the CPL. Even Calvary, really. Like, I mean, I have a respect for every CPL team. Like, I have no problems with any of them. Not York or Inter Toronto. I have no problem with Calvary, Supra, none of that. I don't see any rivalry in the CPL, to be honest. I have a respect for everybody, and I want them all to do well, especially when we get to CONCACAF play. So, I mean, I'm a Forge fan first, but I ain't going to complain. I mean, I'll say if a team's shit, but I don't mind Forge either. Great team. Calvary, too. I'm going to watch that game on Saturday. I think a lot of people will, at least on their own time. But brought down by Miami. But point is, when I was 0-0, it's right there. Okay, now you see it. Good. Good. But, back to my point, because I forgot to end it. The only track I think Amtrak owns outright is the Acela corridor. I think that's all they own. Which, you can see why there's so many problems. Like, I'd like to be on the new trains. I'd like to see the new cars, or the new train cars that they put on the Superliner, and I'd like to be on the Acela with the new Acela. Of course, because they've changed the cars on the Acela as well. I mean, the Superliner was way overdue for an upgrade. Let's be real. It was. It was. Like, even back in 09, it was. But Acela, those cars only lasted like 20 years. Or, well, 25 years. I'm a little bit shocked. Like, I mean, knowing Amtrak lasted with the Superliners for all that time. 50, 60 years. I'm a little bit shocked they got rid of the Acela, or changed the Acela cars 25 years in, or started trying to change them 20 years in, and then finally got them in 25 years later from the start of Acela. But either way, I think that's the only track they own, is the Acela track, is the Acela corridor. And even then, it's not actually all high-speed rail, to be fair. To be correct, which I didn't really know this until recently, because I've been watching some Amtrak videos. Not all of that track is actually high speed. They gain the high speed by the tilting on the curves and the banks, the cornering. I mean, it's still faster than most, even on most of the track. But it's not true high-speed rail except for like a couple of miles in Massachusetts and Connecticut and around New York City. So, they lied. Either way. Are you going to do a watch-along for that? I was only going to do the Toronto FC game on Saturday. I've been doing so much this midweek. I just wanted to keep it simple for the weekend, to be honest. And also the World Cup. I mean, there's still knock-on effects there. 0-0. The Detroit Tigers are kind of hot. Yeah. Exactly. They rent most of the track, yeah. So the freight has the right of way. Which I think that was also part of the problem when it was the 2-hour delay, was there was freight, either way, from Chicago. That was part of it. Either way. So I knew that. But that's why we'll never have high-speed rail in most places. Even if it's the majority, like the majority of the Acela line, and it's technically high speed. They own the tracks on the East Bronx NYC, but the MTA Metro North system that runs is trying to buy a portion of the line to run West Side Access service to Penn. Okay. And I guess with Via Rail, it's a similar thing. Free kick for Miami. Be careful with Orlando City. They're having a good season with Daryl DK and Griezmann and Crepeau. And Tyrese Spicer. We can't forget Tyrese Spicer. Why we have to get rid of him. Free kick over the top. Cross in. Header. Well, yeah, that's true. Either way. Corner. Man, TFC seriously need to lock in. Oh, the Blue Jays scored. Ernie Clement with a hit. Blue Jays got an RBI double, or RBI single in the second inning. Let's go. I asked. Header saved. I asked them to call the Pirate over 5 times. Not one phone call was received. Not one phone call was received. I asked Fraser for surrender 5 times. He did not oblige. Headed away. I was glad Man United won their preseason game. I'm looking forward to the season. I know you're Chelsea fans, so good luck to you too. As long as they build and let Jobby cook, I'm happy, and I believe things will go well. If Blue Coast starts their bullshit, it's gonna get bad. But as long as they let Jobby cook, we'll be fine. Ball crossed in, headed away, or cleared away. 12th minute. Call the Pirate. Why is Robin Fraser still here? I have no idea. I have zero clue. MLSE is dumb, that's why. Like, unless they just want to fire him at the end of the year, like, I mean, this is still salvageable. I mean, if they fired him and they had a manager that won out, they could still be over 50 points. They could still be top 4 in the East. This is still salvageable. And not just be a wild card club. Like, this is still salvageable. I mean, call the Pirate. But, you know, if it was that, yeah, it'll be salvageable. But in most cases, no. But we have the talent to at least be a wild card club anyway. But if there was a run where we won every game, you know, we could get 50 points and be top 4. With what's left. I mean, I'm okay at adding stuff. Adding's not the problem with math. I can add. I can times 3 times however many games are left, and I can add that to our current points total, and you got 50-something. We could still be top 4 in the East. I mean, of course, other teams are... He literally doesn't do anything. What's the point of sacking him at the end of the season? We can literally get a manager bounce in a way like Fraser isn't doing shit. Even Herdman won this bad. Well, the bad thing about Herdman is, well, drones. 0-0. I blame Rick Westhead. Like, he was already doing good journalism work on the Hockey Canada scandal. That was something to focus on way more, and even the past Hockey Canada stuff, compared to fucking drones. The reason why John Herdman's working in Indonesia now and Bev Priestman's working in New Zealand is because Rick Westhead was like, you know what, I got another axe to sharpen. Like, yeah, of course, the drones were noticed in Paris and it's against the law. But did we really have to just burn everything? Like, I mean, I love Jesse Marsh, don't get me wrong. We bounced back, at least on the men's side. Casey Stoney, I think she's a good coach. I'm going to leave that to the side. We still have good players on the women's team. Lower levels, but right now we still have a pretty solid women's senior team. And Casey Stoney's a good enough manager. They're still competitive. I mean, there's been some inexplicable results, but either way, don't get me started on the drone shit. Either way. Ball crossed in, and no, it goes wide for a goal kick. It depends. Does Southampton get a points deduction? I mean, Tonda Eckert is still their manager, and I think Kyle Larin is still there, isn't he? I mean, he plays well there. If Southampton doesn't get a points deduction, I think Southampton wins the league. If they do, well, Burnley could. I don't think... West Ham, Burnley, Sheffield? It was Sheffield, yeah? I think it was. Either way. Cleared away. Yeah, I'm going to go. Actually, you know what? Wrexham. Actually, no, Wrexham. Wrexham will be promoted next year. Wrexham will be promoted to the next Premier League. Wrexham will get promoted this year. That's it. That's for sure. Now, will they win the league? I think they can. Give me Wrexham. Southampton, Wrexham. Actually, I'm going to go Southampton with no points deduction, Wrexham, and then West Ham. Give me Wrexham. 17th minute. 0-0, settle. Give me Wrexham. But they will get promoted. They will get promoted this year. I believe it. I want it. I want to see it so bad, but I think they will. I think there's a lot of people in Wrexham, of course, and across the world that love Wrexham. I think a lot of people see Wrexham as their second team because they want to see them make it. Now, of course, there's a lot of people who are against Wrexham that don't want to, like playing in the league, they don't want to see Wrexham make it. But across the world and in Wrexham, I think people in the home nations don't like them for the most part, at least in the lower levels, which, I kind of understand. They basically were able to buy the leagues up until the championship, or at least buy promotion up until the championship. But they got pretty close for a first-year championship side. And I don't think it was just because Leicester was ass. And there were a couple of teams that were more ass than you would have expected last year in the championship. Crazy thing is Spain and Iran went undefeated in the World Cup. Iran with 3 draws. Spain won every game. No, they drew Cape Verde. My bad. 1 goal against, and they still drew Cape Verde. My bad. Won every game and drew 1 game and won every other one. So 6, 2 group, 32 quarter semi, 32-16 quarter semifinal. 7 wins and 1 draw. I'm not used to the round of 32. My bad. You could say Cape Verde didn't lose a game until extra time. Cape Verde did not lose in 90 minutes. Sadly enough, they couldn't hold it to penalties where you could technically say Cape Verde didn't lose a game. Because they would have drawn 4 games and lost a shootout. Sadly for them, they couldn't hold for like 10 more minutes. But you could say they didn't lose in 90 minutes. Pretty good for a nation that I only knew about hurricane formation until recently. At least I knew who Cape Verde was before the World Cup. Not for football reasons. For hurricane reasons. Cape Verde hurricane season. They come off of Africa in the main development region and form. Tropical waves come off Africa and go past. Right. It was because of my weather, my hurricane expertness, my self-taught hurricane expertness, my self-taught severe weather expertness. Mostly hurricane, though. I did not know about them because of football, but nobody else knew who they were at all, so at least I was ahead of the curve. What do you think of Garnacho? I can't stand him. I'm glad he's gone. He's so bad that Unai Emery took 1 look at him and he wasn't even in. Well, he wasn't even in the World Cup squad. He should have been on the bench for the Super Cup. He wasn't even there. Like, Unai Emery took 1 look at him. He's like, nah, get subject 49 out of my sight. What the hell are we doing? Loaning him in here. What the hell are we doing? Subject 49 is the worst. He is the worst. Like, he's so bad, Aston Villa started a 17-year-old striker up top. with some other random dude playing on the wing that definitely doesn't have as big of a name as Garnacho. But I guarantee you that game would have been worse if Garnacho played, because I think partially, yes, Villa played it like a preseason friendly. They played it like a preseason friendly, but everybody defended. Garnacho would not defend. If you give PSG one open space to attack because somebody doesn't defend, they're going to make you pay. Garnacho doesn't defend, that game's 4-1. Probably. I defended Garnacho until I realized how bad he actually was. I was living in 2022, 2023. When he came to Chelsea, I'm like, he can't be that bad, right? I mean, you saw what he did when he first made his United debut. I'm sure that's still there. Didn't take long. It did not take long for me to be like, no, that's just him now. I wish we kept Jadon Sancho, to be honest. Well, fair enough. Hurricanes, geography. Fair. Which, I mean, I guess that kind of is... I guess hurricanes kind of lead with geography as well, but I'd say more hurricane formation. And cyclogenesis. Header. Over the bar, I would guess. Either way. Nah, I'd rather have Shallowy and Malik Henry. I'm good. I didn't say Sancho was that good. I just said he's better than Garnacho. And, I mean, Jadon Sancho did pretty good in the Conference League. Which, I mean, that's the Conference League, but, you know. I'm going to find out how much better watching the Conference League is than no European football at all. Well, Chelsea didn't play European football the year before they got back to the Conference League. I know. But saved. But it's different when they played a Conference League, won it, played the Champions League, got embarrassingly eliminated, winning a Club World Cup in between, and then not playing European football at all when you thought we were ahead of that in this Blue Co era. Like, I was just hoping we were going to play Conference League football. Like, I was coping so bad at the end of the season last year when, like, we had a chance, as long as we won, we were at least going to make Conference League football as long as we lost or won on the final day. I was like, well, hey, at least we could complete the set. We've won 2 of everything in UEFA. We've won 2 Super Cups. Water break. We won 2 Super Cups, 2 Champions Leagues, 2 Europa Leagues, I honestly think. It's kind of like when we went to the Conference League the first time. It was like, hey, we can complete the set again. We've won every trophy. Then I guess it would be another cope of, hey, let's do it again. It was pretty fun anyway. And we could win 2 of each. Like we have everything. I think we have 2 Cup Winners' Cups as well. And we have a big Club World Cup and an Intercontinental Cup, which is really just 2 of both. Which is just 1 of each. Which acts as 2. So, because we didn't win the Club World Cup the first time we were there. Corinthians, eh? But, you know, Corinthians, I should say. I'm talking about the club, not the Bible. Corinthians. There we go. So, do with that what you will. Oh, this is hilarious. Simcoe County Rovers beat the Roses de Montreal 1-0 in the W Canadian Championship. Montreal Roses lost to a League One Ontario women's team. Oh, man. So that's how it feels to laugh at a club for losing to a lower division club when they're the first division club in a tournament like the Canadian Championship. That's what it feels like. Okay. I can see why people laugh at Toronto. I can see why. That's how it feels like. Either way. 1-0 to Simcoe over Montreal Roses. Lol. Nil-nil, 27th minute. 0-0. Player down. How's your summer been? I mean, it's been pretty good. I mean, I've had fun covering the World Cup and all that. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. Nothing too special, but that's as long as it was fun. Does it matter? It was fun. 29th minute. Silva down. Let's see. 1-0 Blue Jays, top of the 5th. Jose Soriano's doing pretty damn good then. 3 strikeouts and 1 walk, 1 hit. All right. '30th minute, playing forward. That's going backwards. So, right now, very boring first half. Thank God this one wasn't going to be reviewed anyway. 0-0, 0-0. But Blue Jays are almost halfway, give or take halfway through the game. Miami playing it backwards. See where we are. and Boston hit a homer. Willson Contreras tied it. Damn it. Leadoff homer in the 5th by Willson Contreras, 1-1. Playing forward. But playing forward. "32 minutes. 0-0, 0-0. Caicedo coming on for Miami. I'm doing well. Orlando up 1-0. Daryl DK in the 31st minute. Yep, 1-0 for Orlando over San Luis. Monterrey losing to Nashville. 3 minutes in. Ahmed Kassem scored in the 1st minute. Oh, man. Monterrey down to Nashville. Not too good of a situation. Orlando above Dallas and LAFC, and Miami and Portland. Of course, Portland is under, of course, because they have to play their game. Spicer assists, let me guess. Let's find out. Daryl DK goal and a assist from yellow card. I don't see an assist. Looked like it was Wilder Cartagena. Spicer's not even starting. Spicer isn't even starting. It's Wilder Cartagena. At least that's what it looked like from the goal visualizer. Wilder Cartagena. "35th minute. Wilder Cartagena. Playing forward, Miami. Cross in, headed away. "35th minute. Never mind, Spicer on the bench. 35 minutes of 90, or 35 and 45. 0-0. 0-0. Very boring first half. Well, at least the way it's setting up, Messi's going to only have to go and score a goal after he comes on in the 75th minute to take the lead. That's caught, 2 out. Playing forward, 36th minute. Over the top. Headed away by León. Cross in, header away. Playing forward, Miami. Shot wide. Popped up, and the Blue Jays still only have a tie game going to the bottom of the 5th. 1-1. I mean, we'll live with it, I guess. Sometimes somebody's just going to hit a homer. Shot wide. Here's a chance. Shot over the bar by Miami. Corner. Ball crossed in. Miami. Header. Nope. León gets it away. Shot over the bar. León plays it forward. Hmm. 39th minute. Very boring first half so far. As is a lot of these games have been, which is just not too great. But either way. '40th minute. Playing forward. Orlando lead, yep. Was 1-0. Let's see if it's still 1-0 for Orlando, 1-0 for Nashville, 0-0 for Miami León. '41st minute. Hit for McAdoo. Shot, goal! Miami leads 1-0. Right at the end of the half, and it's Pinter. I know, Zilla Fatu debuted, yes. Yes, I know. Daniel Pinter scores the goal for Inter. Miami. Good play. Good play. Cross in and slots it home. Perfect cross by Fry. And he's right there. Boom. There you go. In play, bunt, ground ball, single by Brett Bateman for the Jays. All right. One 0 1-0. Damn good goal, too. And Miami's in the top 4 now with that goal. With a +2 goal differential and 6 goals scored. Can Killer cross return already, or is Hunter too petty? Too petty. So Portland has 6 goals, but they have to win. Well, they have to win then. Vladdy Jr. Man, what if he had his first home run in Toronto right now? What if he did? This season, I should say. Since October, his first home run in Toronto with 1 over the bar, 44th minute. With 2 on, 1 out, first and second. What if Vladdy did? Nothing in the rumor Mexico is leaving CONCACAF. Nearly 2-0. Yep, just wide. I mean, if Infantino's out, I don't think it happens. At least not right now. 3 balls and no strikes on Vladdy. I mean, I could believe in Alejandro Kirk, too, and Okamoto. Keep holding. If he walks and the bases are loaded, I'm fine with that, too. Picked up. Saved. That was a strike. '45th minute. How much stoppage time are we going to get? Playing forward is León. León. In play outs. And we got doubled off. Of course. Blue Jays just got doubled off. 2 on, 1 out. We just got doubled off a line drive. Of course. 40 plus 3 minutes of stoppage time. 47th minute, 1-0. Thoughts on the current booking of the Yeet Man? It sucks. It still sucks. It still sucks. It's horrible. I'm tired. And why do we have to bring back the damn bloodline? 1-0. Miami definitely dominating if you look at the stats. '48th minute. Caught. Let's get to the halftime. Halftime! It's 1-0 Miami. They lead. 1-0 minuto tiempo. We'll take a short break at the half. Top of the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. Be back. 1-0 at the half. We'll mark that up and we'll take a break. There we go. 1-0 at the half. 1-0 Miami. Sit tight. Be back. We're back for the stats at the half. Took a little bit, but we'll be back. Or we are back. Boom. All right. Here we go. Stats at the half. We got 60% possession to 40% possession. We got 11 shots to 2, 3 shots on goal to 0. We have 250 accurate passes, 89% to 79%. 151 accurate passes, 79% pass accuracy. 1 yellow card to 0, 3 corners to 0, 280 pass to 192, 89% pass accuracy to 79. 11 throws to 5, 1 offside to 0, 11 shots to 2, 3 shots on goal to 0, 1 yellow card to 0, 0 red card to 0, 3 fouls to 6, 1-0. I mean, Miami's been the more dominant team on the ball. They've been the more dominant team on the ball. They've had more chances, but I don't think they've been that much better than León. I think it's been a very boring first half. Miami had their moments, but I wouldn't be too happy with it. They just aren't losing. Is that what I'd say? So, either way. So, we'll see how the second half goes. But either way, Blue Jays are tied going to the top of the 6th. Or bottom of the 6th, I should say. See if you can go 7. Can the Blue Jays get some... Aye, they got out Ranger Suarez. That's good news, I guess. All right, let's see what we can do against the Red Sox bullpen. Blue Jays have 9 outs to get defensively to keep this at least, hopefully, more than just extra innings. Hopefully we win, but we got to get the lead first. Just don't go down. Second half, here we go, of the Miami game. (1-0), 1-0. We'll see how the second half of this game goes, and then we'll be live for Toluca, Dallas. The main things Portland need are still the same. Even with the Miami result, the main things they need are still the same. They need a Chicago loss to Cruz Azul. They need an Austin loss to America. They need a Dallas loss to Toluca. And they need, as long as they get that, as long as they win, they should still finish top 4. Even with an LAFC win or a penalty shootout win or LAFC draw against Querétaro. Portland being down as low as they are is really just a machination of the fact they've not played their game yet. Mexico ain't leaving CONCACAF. It's a real rumor. Messi's coming on at the half? Messi's playing 45 minutes. Okay. That's... okay. Well, there you go. Messi's coming on for 45 minutes of football. Basically trying to extend the goal differential, I guess. Damn, they're so hyped. Damn, those fans are so hyped. And Dominguez coming on for León. Damn, those fans are losing their minds. I ain't seen people. Has anyone heard that rumor? It's been all over the sheets. like Marsa put it out. I think it went out in the what's it called? Guardian as well. It's like also when they said Morocco got offered the World Cup final at that Moroccan meeting. They've been putting out a lot of the blackmail that Infantino's been putting out, trying to get people on side. Morocco being offered the World Cup final, which I'm sure there's other things. Beltran and Santos offer Cambindo and Dominguez. So. Playing forward, Miami. Top of the box, shot, save. Cover it. Good. 46th minute. I know you like that Gianni's a bag chaser, but the dude is corrupt as shit. Only if Infantino's still in power, which it makes sense why Mexico made a statement backing Infantino, because all of CONMEBOL is backing Infantino. So why wouldn't Mexico, if they want to be there? And he said he's going to help them get there if he stays in power. So, doesn't surprise me. Messi with a corner. I think they've always wanted to be there. They finally see their opportunity. Cross in, header, cleared away. León going the other way. Okamoto got walked. Good. We'll take it. Andres Jimenez. Can the Blue Jays take the lead? Playing forward. Miami, 73.2% win probability. Playing forward. Caught. Goal kick. Forty-ninth minute. Here comes Miami. Noah Allen. Cross. Into the box. Cleared away by León. Playing forwards León. Here's a chance. They have a chance here. Into open play. Shot. Goal! Goal! León! 1-1. 1-1. Goal de León! And that's gonna... I think that's a fair... No. Either way, 1-1. Uno. 1-1. What a play. What a play, and that is a goal from León. Right there from Arcila. Daniel Arcila. Goal. Yep. Daniel Arcila scores. Passed right to him, and all he had to do was slot it home. Easy as you like. 51st minute. 1-1. Looking like another shootout, my friends. And Ernie Clement grounded into a force out. We're going to the 7th for the Blue Jays. Cross in, blocked away. 51st minute. Playing forward Miami. Now they got to find an answer. Oh, that's cool. Christian Lundgaard of Arrow McLaren threw the first pitch at the Blue Jays game tonight. It's pretty cool. Well, he's still Arrow McLaren until the end of the year. Corner for León. Or Miami. Corner for Miami against León. Ball crossed in. Header. "52 minutes. Punched away. Oh no. Shot, goal! Miami takes the lead back. And it's Yannick Bright. 2-1. 2-1. This game's off of rails now. 2-1. 2-1. Yannick Bright scores. Slots it home. Header. Punched away. Ball played right to Yannick Bright, and he's right there to slot it home. What a mistake. That was a Bright play. What a mistake by León. 54th minute. Just got the tie back. And now it's 2-1. Jesus. It is no good. Unintended. 2-1. Probably intended. Where they are in the table now. Miami is third. Miami is third in the table. With a 7 goals for. So it's about goals scored, I guess. Either way. Well, if it's about goals scored then, and you both would have 2 wins, Blessings for Chelsea. Well, the good news for Portland is it looks like now it's about goals scored, not goal differential. So as long, y'all have to win by a good amount to overtake Miami. Hope Nashville don't win by much. Either way. Casemiro, yellow card. Didn't even check that, didn't I? 2-1 Miami over León. 1-0 Orlando San Luis. 1-0 Nashville. Toluca Dallas and the LA Querétaro game are the ones that Portland really have to focus on in the next, or today. Sure. Blessings for Chelsea. Lee Gunner and troops going on a rant after today's draw. Blessings for Chelsea. I mean, okay. We'll see. 56 minute. There's no way that makes any sense. That goal scored means more than goal differential. Like, that makes 0 sense. León is in third on both sides. MLS-wise, Miami. Shot! Cross. Cleared. 2 out. Good. Blue Jays with 2 out. Fluharty working well, eh? Yeah. Playing forward, León. Could it be 2-2? Just barely, no. Just wide for a corner. Push wide for a corner. Wow. Caught, and the Jays are going to the bottom of the 7th with a 1-1 tie. 6 outs defensively. Can they take the lead with 9 outs to hit? We'll see. Corner for León. What a save for Rocco Rios Novo. Yeah, that was awesome. Another wide goal kick. See what the Jays could do. Another corner for León. Short corner, ball crossed. Oh, ball crossed in. Headed away. They almost worked that well. Shot over the bar. Just barely over the bar. León's getting close. St. Clair's gone in the offseason. I agree. Maybe you'll get a loan deal in the fall. That's crazy. Miami, 59th minute. Barely was wide. No way he stays as a backup. Playing forward. We'll be live for the Dallas game. Playing forward, León. Can they take it back? What the hell was that? No shot. Playing forward. Cleared away. Inch down, that's a goal. Shot! Goal! León! Golazo! Goal! 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 Goal de León! 2-0. And it's Rodriguez. Well, this game's gotten interesting. Yeah, it has. Well, it wasn't going to be reviewed anyway because I still only have 30 minutes in between this and the Toluca game. But very interesting, at least. 2-2. A León win definitely helps Portland as well. Which, the way this is going, it might still happen. 2-2 count. And it is Rodriguez. Or Juan Dominguez. Juan Dominguez's goal. My bad. Kind of hard to read that back print. 61st minute. It is Juan Dominguez. My bad. Oh no. 60th minute. 2-1. Or 2-2. 2-2. Empate. Can't fault Novo there. Or you must be a Miami fan then. If you're saying, oh no, you must be a Miami fan. 2-2 is a good thing for León. Pinter, Arcila, Bright, Dominguez. Punch for punch, it seems like this game is. That's out for a corner. Very interesting. As we've got past the single for Miles Straw. Let's go. 1 on, 1 out. Let's go. DePaul corner. 2 subs for Miami. Of course, we're looking at the Jays game a little bit. If you watch the Toluca game, it'll make even more sense. 62nd minute. Free kick for Miami. Miami have the ball. Play it over. That's out for a goal kick. It was a corner, but Regulon and Planbeck coming on for Miami. It's been over halftime. It's the 62nd minute. Playing for it. Oh. Stolen base. Stolen base by Straw. Let's go. 1 on second. 1 out. Come on. Put it in play, McAdoo. Hit scores a run. Come on. Stolen base by Miles Straw. Playing forward. León have the ball. Also comment on the Jays game a little bit. Been on this channel for the past year. No surprise. Planbeck and Regulon. '64th minute. Planbeck. Dillon Juan, Allen off for Regulon and Planbeck. That's going to be hit. Foul. Okay. 2 foul balls. 2-2. 64th minute. If it's tied after 90, we go to penalties. McAdoo struck out. Great. Playing forward. Well, now we got to see Bateman hit a homer or hit a run, get a hit. Put it on the ground, get a hit. That'll score a run. Hit scores a run. That's all that matters. León. McAdoo struck out. Bateman. Let's see what he does. Can they get Vladdy up? Which that's probably a bad thing to ask for, but you know. At some point, he's got to hit a home run in Toronto. 2 balls and no strikes. Playing forward. 2-2. Game's calmed down a little bit since the second León goal. It's calmed down a little bit, which is playing forward. Headed away. Blue Jays win today. They've won the series against the Red Sox with a game to spare because it's a 4-game series. And Bateman bunted, and he got caught. Grounded out to the pitcher to the first baseman. Basically swing and bunt. Great. All right, we're going to the 8th. Playing forward. Saved. Goal kick, 67th minute. If Miami wins a shootout, that's still good for Portland because they'd still have more points as long as they win outright. So, makes things more doable. So for Portland, it's good if this ends up being a draw, whether Miami wins the shootout or not. Especially if it's based off goals instead of goal differential. Goals scored instead of goal differential. Kalula on for Moreno. Now. Picked up. Now, if Miami wins outright, loses outright. Oh, Atletico San Luis gave Griezmann an Atletico San Luis jersey. Aw. What if Atletico Ottawa played? What if Atletico Ottawa played Orlando? Would they do it there too? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Playing forward. Shot saved by Rios Novo. 69th. Getting to the 69th minute. Miami. Man, they put on Messi just for it to get freaking crazy and end up being a draw so far. 69th minute. Good out for a corner, yes. But no goal. Messi was making a run. I thought he was going to score. Messi normally scores those. Ha ha! Hug me, brother! Tyler Rogers on for Fluharty. And he gave up a freaking hit already. Great. Header! Cross! Cleared. Blocked away. Well, at least we got one out. One out, one on at second for the Red Sox. 70th minute in the top of the 8th. '70th minute. Mora looks like he's coming on for Miami. Water break in the 70th minute. In play outs. Got him. As long as there's a ground out, Yoshida grounds out. Man on third, 2 out. As long as there's an out somehow, the Jays will get out of it with a tie going to the 9th. Just do not fly out, ground out, strike out. Doesn't matter as long as it's an out. Just no hit. No hit, no hit. Because hit definitely scores a run. Maybe even an infield hit. 71st minute. Ceddanne Rafaela up for the Red Sox. Two strikes. Just get him. Just get him. Just get him. Come on. Get Rafaela out. Come on. It's going to be a ground out. I think he got him. Foul ball. They need to win or else get eliminated. Honestly, that's for both teams. A penalty shootout win will not help Miami. A penalty shootout win could help León. I think any win for León would be useful. Outright win for Miami. 2 foul balls. 0-2. '73rd minute, we're back to play. León playing the ball forward. Popped up. That's it. Jays are going to the 9th with a tie at the very least. All right. Let's go. 1-1 in the Blue Jays game against the Red Sox. Ceddanne Rafaela popped out to the infield. Well, that's what it looked like. Maybe it was a ground out, but it looked like a pop out to me. 74th minute. Popped out to Vladdy in foul territory. Good. 74th minute. Who's hitting to start the inning? Vladdy Guerrero Jr. Well, if there was any time for Vladdy to hit his first home run in Toronto since October. I have no idea where to watch the match. So, that is an Apple TV. So, do with that what you will. Ball crossed in. Punched away. Well, actually, hold on. This game's only on Apple TV, yep. Playing forward, 75th minute. Shot caught by the goalie. Will there be an outright winner in this game? We'll find out. Over the top. Ball crossed in. All right. Oh. If it's on run, it is. Well, there you go. 76th minute. León, 76th minute. And Vladdy, okay, he fouled it off good. I was like, damn it, did he not? Shot save by Rios Novo. In Miami, León can pick it up. And it's still a live ball. In play, no out. We'll take it. We'll take it. Hit down the middle for Vladdy Jr. We'll take it. Single for Vladdy Jr. We'll take it. We'll take it. How we doing? Mile High, how we doing? Cleared away. It's out for a throw. The Blue Jays are getting hot. I mean, even when they were crap this year, we still looked at games they were playing. But now that they're hot, and it's a playoff push, either way, we'll keep an eye on it. And if they make the playoffs, I'll cover the Blue Jays games like I did last year. Hopefully all the way to the World Series. With the added bonus of the wild card round. And Alejandro Kirk gets a hit. Single for Alejandro Kirk. 2 on, first and second, no out. Let's go. Bring him home, Oak. Bring him home, Okamoto. I don't care if it's a homer or a hit. Bring him home. Varlin will shut it down from there, baby. Bring on the committee. Give me a run and bring on the committee. Come on. 78th minute. Corner for León. Yellow card. What the hell? Are they? Pinch runner Brandon Valenzuela for Alejandro Kirk. 78th minute, 2-2. Miami's really a one-man team. And Messi hadn't even scored. The 2 goals didn't even come from Messi. And he's been playing. Free kick for León. Ball to Okamoto. Free kick for León. Shot blocked away. León picks it back up. Dumbly gives it away. Free kick for Miami. Blue Jays play on Friday night on Apple TV. Okamoto! Was it fair? Must have been a foul ball. One and 2 count on Okamoto. Just no double play. Well, at least a double play would get somebody to third, but it would also be with 2 outs. Played over the top, headed away by León. Playing forward, León. Can they take a lead? Shot wide. Go corner. Corner. Ball in the dirt. 2-2 count on Okamoto. San Luis scored. Well, damn. Well, that's good for Portland as well. And flew it into foul ground for Okamoto. Great. San Luis, 2-1. Orlando. Oh, Orlando still leads 2-1. And Monterrey leads. Cross in. Header. Shot off the post. Picked up and cleared away. It's 2-1 Orlando. 2-1 Orlando. 1-0 Nashville. He didn't foul out then. Okay, good. Okamoto's still on up at bat. 81st minute. Hit! That's a hit! That's a hit for the Jays. Come on. Bases. The fuck? In play runs. Let's go. Jays have the lead. Well, I'm surprised. Okay. Would be embarrassing for Miami to crash out in the group stage. Well, I mean, there's only 4 teams that advance, and did they last year? Oh, no, they made the final. Oh, yeah, they made the top 4 and then made the final. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Okay, yeah, it would be embarrassing. But again, it's very tight, though, with top 4 in each league advancing. But the Blue Jays have taken the lead. Okamoto on second, Valenzuela on third. Single for Okamoto. They ended up to second, and Vladdy scored. 2-1 Blue Jays. Good. That's all we needed, but we still have no outs and 2 men on, second and third, and no outs. As you can tell. I mean, the Blue Jays, they're in a playoff push now, even after half selling. And Jimenez walked. Intentionally walked Jimenez for Ernie Clement. You dumbasses. No out, bases loaded. Ernie Clement up with the bases loaded. Shot! León! Goal! Oh! Goal! What? No goal? Offside? You gotta be kidding me. No. No way. Nah, that's bullshit. What offside? No way. No. I mean, if anything, there was a foul on the defense. He was on! What do you mean? What do you mean? Portland can still advance if everything goes their way. They're not out of it yet, and they had to play America. Why are you acting like it's crazy they lost to America? Why are you acting like that's crazy? Portland is fine. They've only lost 1 game under Jack Cassidy. That was America. With Guillermo Almada as their coach. What, you thought they were going to win that game? That should be a goal. I agree. That should be a goal. It should be 3-2 León. It won't be because it was against Miami, but it should be. Goal! Goal for León! And they lead with minutes to go. Club León leads. Inter Miami is choked. It's 3-2 León. 3-2 León with a banger. 3-2 León. Club León. La Fiera leads. La Fiera leads. Rightfully so. What was Henry saying about it being rigged? Full count on Clement for the Blue Jays. 85th minute. Chipped through, and then it was passed backwards. And then boom. Arcila again? It was Arcila again. He was right there. Yep. Daniel Arcila with his second of the day. Well, that helps Portland. 85th minute. 2-3. But as long as Miami don't win outright, Portland is in a better place. Foul ball. León, first Mexican club to win all 3 group stage games. Joseph's going to Columbus. Yep, saw that. Good move, honestly. I still think he's got something in the tank. 86th minute, Mora on for Fry. Miami has to win outright for any chance to advance. A penalty shootout win does not help them. And that is hit, foul. Marty Cifuentes is coaching his first game for Portland tomorrow. Yep. Another foul ball for Clement. If we can get some extra runs for Varland to work with, great. Come on, Ernie. Come on, Ernie. Ball crossed in. Header. Wide saved. Oh, my God. This game's about to go off the rails. 86th minute. Clement gets walked. It's 3-1 Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. Ha, 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 ha. Let's go, Blue Jays. I mean, I think the Quakes have been okay. I think. Hold on. Let me check. MLS-wise, the Quakes, I mean, they've been pretty damn good. Bruce Arena is still that guy. Now, of course, hiring Gavin from the Timbers wasn't exactly the way they should do things, but player down hurt for León in the 87th minute. But on the field, they're doing a damn good job. 3-1 for the Jays. Clement walked. Lucas up. Blue Jays gonna win, boys. 88th minute. Yeah. None against the Blue Jays, but I'm an Orioles fan, so I just can't finish last yet again. You are. The Blue Jays are starting to wake up. We were the team y'all were fighting for a while. Y'all traded Adley Rutschman. I hate to tell y'all, because, I mean, compared to the Yankees and Rays, I have no problem with the Orioles. Like, I'd say I hate the Yankees the most, then the Rays. I probably like the Orioles less than the Red Sox, but that's more like it is what it is. But y'all are going through another rebuild, and you know it. You traded Rutschman to the Red Sox. You're going through another rebuild again. Mike Elias just blew it all up for you, and that's exactly what it is. I can't believe they did that. I was stunned shocked when Rutschman got traded. I was stunned shocked. Shot save. I was stunned shocked. Or else he got the assist for Monterrey versus Nashville. Rayados tied it. Good for Portland. Another good thing for Portland. Rayados ties it. 1-1. Miami are minutes away from losing. Nathan Lucas. George Springer. Bases loaded, no out. George Springer up to bat for the Toronto Blue Jays. We're going to save it for when he does some. Hold on. Give me some extra runs, George. Woo. Come on, Unc. Do you still got it? I fully accepted the fact I won't see a Reds World Series win in my lifetime. Sell the team, Bob. Well, at least you're not. Well, you and the Pirates are the same. So, y'all are both in the same situation, but at least you're not the Rockies. Either way. It could always be worse. It could always be worse. At least you're not the Rockies. 6 minutes of stoppage time. At least you're not the Orioles. You've had 2 rebuilds. George, sack fly. We'll take it. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Sack fly. Okamoto scores. It's 4-1 Blue Jays. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Alexis and Lara coming on for León. Clement and Jimenez. 1 out, first and second. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Academy players in Mexico wear triple digits in any game but a Champions Cup game. They get a special number for Champions Cup that's 2 digits. But in every other game, they wear triple digits. Liga MX, Camión de Campeones. I think they still wear triple digits in the Liguilla or the Ascenso games as well, if their team plays in Ascenso. That is. Or Liga Expansión, but it's still Ascenso to me. 91st minute. Header. Shot saved by the León goalie and covers it. And the Blue Jays in play runs. Did he? Oh, is that a 2-run hit? A 2-run double clears the bases by Miles Straw. 6-1 Blue Jays. Well, that game's over. Well, I don't know about over with, but León clinches a top 3 seed with a win. I mean, it's a 5-run lead with Varland coming out. We're going to win this game. Woo! And Charles McAdoo gets a hit. First and third, 1 out. I love it. 92nd minute. That's going to be win number 59 for the Toronto Blue Jays. I love it. First and third, 1 out. Sometimes. I love it. Feels so good to just see the Jays actually be like their old selves again. We're going to the World Series. No, I'm calling it now. The Jays are going to go on a run. It's the fall of the Jays. Well, it's the autumn of the Jays. How about that? It's the autumn of the Jays. The fall sounds bad. We already had the fall. It's now the autumn of the Blue Jays, where the Phoenix rises again. And we're going to make the wild card. And we're going to go all the way. Because as long as you make it to the playoffs, anything can happen. This time, hey, it's like 2016. We won the division in 15, went to the ALCS. We won the division in 25, went to the World Series. This time, we got to do it through the wild card. But you know what? Just like we did in 16. But I have a feeling. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Ooga Chaka. I'm hooked on a feeling. Please don't do that. And Vladdy flat out to the right fielder. At least it's 6-1. It's fine. 94 minutes, 2 minutes to go. I'm hooked on a feeling. If you're a Jays fan, you remember in 2015 they did a commercial with "Hooked on a Feeling" to it, so that makes sense. Nose ball, either way. Blue Jays going to the top of the 9th with a 5-run lead, and Louis Varland's coming in. Let's go. Woo-hoo, let's go, boys. Let's go. I have an announcement. Your Toronto Blue Jays are fun again. I mean, let's be honest. Don't you all want to see me do Blue Jays playoff games instead of not? Playing forward. Shot. Come on. It was so fun last year. Let's hope we get to do it again. Shit, I wish I could. We're getting close. May not be the way I thought it was going to go, but hey. Ball crossed in, cleared away, 96th minute. Corner for Miami. Possible last kick of the game. Miami's going to get their corner kick. San Luis tied it. What? Holy shit, they did. It's 2-2 between San Luis and Orlando. Monterrey and Nashville are tied. It's full time! León is beating Miami. 2-3. León will advance to the next round of the Leagues Cup, and Miami are eliminated. Wow. Do White Sox reach the playoffs? If the Blue Jays make it, well, I'll do a reaction to the Blue Jays-White Sox series. Will I continue if the Jays lose to the White Sox? Probably not. Maybe I'll do some Braves games, though. Either way. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Results are starting to fall. Portland's what? Waldron's in. Oh, they gone knuckleballer, not Varland. Is Varland okay, or are they trying to not use them all the time? Either way, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once subscribed, hit that hype button to put stuff in the algorithm. Hit that join button to become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you in a couple of minutes. In about 20-ish minutes. For the Toluca versus Dallas game. Toluca needs to win for Portland's sake. Tomorrow, Portland needs a Medica win and a Cruz Azul win and a Portland win. They need to win their game. But the line is clearing up even more with that Miami loss, the Nashville draw, and the Orlando draw. Well, that'd be 5 points. So, good for Portland. They need 3 things to happen. They need They need 3 things to happen. And if LA could not beat Querétaro, that would be good as well. With that being said, I'll see you later for the next Toluca-Dallas game. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.